Hello, my beautiful friends. Namaste. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. Welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of March the 25th, 2024. We are entering the eclipse zone, the first series of eclipses in this calendar year of 2024. Now, I did do another more complete video just on the eclipse for each of the 12 signs for Nadia Shah, who very generously offered to have me appear on her channel. So be sure to check out that video for Nadia. It has a little bit more specific information for each of the rising signs and sun signs on this powerful eclipse. Now, this eclipse energy, you'll be feeling it when you watch this video on Sunday because it's at 3 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, the 25th. It is at 5 degrees, 7 minutes, 7 minutes of the sign of Libra. Now, the nodes of the moon, those mathematical points in space that really show us a karmic turning point about every 19 years. The North Node is in Aries, the sign of independence and action and adolescence and autonomy. And Libra is the sign across the sky where the South Node is traveling, showing us the shadow of partnerships. It can show us where we might be engaging in the shadow of Libra, maybe keeping things too social or light, maybe kind of connecting with somebody just because, they might get you somewhere, that kind of social climbing connection. Shadow of Libra can also be very much a people pleaser, doing things for others instead of doing them because you want something for yourself. It can be negative partnerships of all kinds, but particularly the self-sacrificial partnerships. Passive-aggressive behavior is a shadow of Libra, right? And so this eclipse is going to eclipse that energy from that area of your life. So it would be so great to know where the early degrees of Libra are for you in your chart. Something has got to go. You've got to loosen the grip. Now, normally for full moons, new moons, we suggest ritualizing, maybe cord cutting, things like that. I do not recommend that for eclipses. The energy is just too focused. It's too intense. You can sometimes have unintended consequences from those actions. But that's another thing to remember is the power of your words and your mind at this time. They're very heightened, particularly because as we experience this eclipse, Mercury is in Aries, right? That fire sign right across the sky from this. And Mercury is touching Eris, E-R-I-S, the goddess of discord. Now, Eris moves very slowly, but we're paying attention to Eris from now through April because she's going to be very activated. And this can be, she's the sister of Mars. She's a warrior goddess. And to have this energy activated by Mercury, the kind of mercurial energy, as well as the fact that Mercury is in the shadow zone of the retrograde and will retrograde on the 1st of April. Well, this creates, in fact, a very discordant energy for the week, even though there are not a ton of other harsh aspects. In fact, there's a lovely connection between Venus and Pisces and Uranus and Taurus, which means even though Monday is unsteady, and I don't know about you, but for me, eclipses are always one of those things where I get through the 24 hours and I'm feeling pretty good. And then usually something happens when my guard is down. So you have to pay attention, be alert, and be mindful of the energy this entire week. But there are some beautiful possible blessings sparking up between that Venusian energy in Pisces and that Uranian energy of freedom and synchronicity in Taurus. So I want you to kind of feel into that for the week as well. This week is definitely preparatory for the month of April, which has so many aspects, so many power players happening for the entire month that it's almost going to be hard to keep up with. This eclipse is paired with one that will be happening in Aries on April 8th. And that eclipse in particular has some pretty tough configurations and some impact, particularly for those of you who live in the United States. So that's our Monday and Tuesday. We've got a pretty long moon void on Wednesday, the 26th, 7:09 p.m. until 5:03 a.m. the following morning. So definitely, if you're outside of the U.S. time zone, that might be a time frame that you need to pay attention to the moon void. We've got the precise connection, that sextile between Venus and Uranus on the 28th. So definitely look for possible luck. And remember, it's a sextile, so it's just a possibility. You've got to do something with it if something comes through. The spark of an idea, an opportunity, you meet a person, and it could be deeply in aligned with your values because of the Venus in Pisces, right? So remember, it's almost like let that be your compass heading, what you value, what you love, what you feel one with in some way. All right. Another long moon void on the 29th. It's at 11:40 a.m. These are all Eastern time until 3:52 p.m. Eastern. So kind of a dreamy afternoon. And then again, another moon void on the 31st from 8:16 p.m. until 12:05 a.m. All right. And that is a wrap on the month of March. Now, keep in mind, we're preparing in April. You're going to be feeling that Jupiter getting closer to Uranus, right? This desire for freedom becoming stronger. The planets that are packed together in Aries are going to start to really get a little bit closer together and a little bit more impactful on each other. Remember, Chiron is there showing us where healing needs to take place. And Mercury is there telling us that we need to rethink and redo and repair something in the Aries area of life. It could even be the repair, the renovation of your individuation and self-esteem. Now, we also are going to be having Mars moving through Pisces, and Mars is going to make some difficult contacts in April. So think about the Pisces planets. Think about what's stacked up there. We've got Saturn there, we've got Neptune there, and now here comes warrior Mars to make connections with each of those. The planets are powerfully packed into about 3 houses of your astrological chart, which is going to feel like a deep transformation, just rapid things, events happening, particularly for the month of April. So stay as steady as you possibly can. Engage in your practices of, spiritual practices, but also things that just bring you day-to-day delight, day-to-day moments of peace and contentment. I think that's really important. Now, my 3 things for this week to work with the light, the positive, the higher vibrational energies is be the highest vibrating Libra that you can be. Seek peace, seek justice, be honest, but not harmful, right? When if you're having a conversation with somebody and you really set a good boundary. Say, well, I'm sorry, but no, I really don't want to do that. This is what I would like to do. Don't just smile and nod and then walk away from the situation and think, what have I just done? Okay. Number 2, let your conscience be your guide, right? Really let your love, your values, what's important to you, let that help you to make the right decisions for the week. And then also be open to magical synchronicities because they will be coming through this week. And it could be easy to get caught up in the chaos and noise of the eclipse energy and people who don't understand exactly what's going on, that you might miss out on an opportunity. So don't do that. Now, the 3 things to worry about this, or not to worry about, the 3 things to avoid so that you don't cause worry or concern, the shadow to avoid is overly controlling anybody or anything. Okay, you must deal with your reaction, but the things that are going to be happening because it's in the sign of Libra could really feel like they're out of your control, right? Control your reaction. Don't try to control other people. The second thing, do not make rash proclamations to the universe. Watch what you're saying in your mind and with your mouth because the energy of the eclipse empowers these things. And with that mercurial energy so close to the goddess of discord and strife, you could really make a pronouncement that the universe brings to you and you might have regrets. And then finally, do not disrespect this energy and the words of war. Watch your words. In its shadow, Aries energy can be very adolescent. It can be very aggravated. It can be angry. It can blow up and then move on. Not in this energy. Not in this energy. This energy is, there are consequences to the things you say, the things you think, and the things you do. And those kind of instant karma moments might be coming forth. And so I want you to really observe and watch and be careful about how you're directing your words, all right, and what you say, especially to yourself. All right. Thank you for your patience. I hope this was useful and helpful. I hope the sound was better. I have a new exciting microphone. Woohoo! Let's check out the tarot, and I'll see you then. If this was useful and helpful, please comment below. It really does help the channel to grow, and I'll be with you throughout the whole month of April. Got lots going on. Be sure to sign up for my newsletter so that you can see all the exciting events that are coming up, and I'll see you in the tarot. Hello and welcome back for the tarot portion of the planetary energy forecast. We're looking at the week of March the 25th, starting the week off with a powerful eclipse in the sign of Libra. All right, let's see what the Isis Lotus recommendations are. 2 different ways to work with the energy. And this is for the collective, just to confirm it's for everybody. If you happen to see it, it's for you, if it resonates, right? All right. All righty. Now, the first card is the influence of the past, where we're coming from. Page of Cups. So some kind of emotionally fulfilling new beginning. This is the spark of an idea. And then there's you, 9 of Cups, feeling abundant, feeling like you have some kind of emotional fulfillment. You're entering this week with some positivity. Now, the environment is 9 of Pentacles, where you're feeling kind of responsible for taking care of your own needs, choosing your own direction in life, maybe making your own money, just very Aries, right? Like I call the shots. I do what I want. It's very powerful, empowering card. And as these influences come together, we have the 6 of Cups, which indicates something or someone from the past surfaces. Now, as these energies come together, look at this. We've got the Lovers, something perfect, an ideal situation, an ideal person. Now, the opposing energies in play, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got the spark of an idea that we want to take action on, concrete actions. Or 8 of Swords, the perfect thing shows up and you worry about it instead of taking action. You're fretting. Remember, 8 of Swords is kind of like a stress aspect, but it's almost like you, there's nobody who can save you from this but yourself, right? Only you can remove the blindfold. Only you can walk past these negative thoughts. Now, as all these things culminate, the detail card, the key of the future, is the 4 of Pentacles. Conserve resources, pull back a little bit, don't commit to everything. Watch your money, your time, and your energy, right? Now, the modifiers of this, on the Knight of Pentacles side, the 10 of Cups. So positive things happening with your family, finding the right situation, the right people. On the other side, the worry side, we've got the 7 of Wands, which indicates boundaries must be set. All right. Now we're going to give one more card for each of these. On the Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Cups side, we have the 9 of Wands. Don't give up, push forward, move forward. On the other side, King of Wands. So this was the 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands side. King of Wands indicates potentially running into somebody who is angry, upset, argumentative. There could definitely be the shadow of Aries surfacing here. Now, the 2 possible solutions or progressions. Knight of Pentacles side, the Tower. Something changes dramatically and suddenly. On the 8 of Swords side, the Queen of Cups. You could encounter somebody who is emotionally attentive, understanding. You could find your healer or helper, or you could be one. Paired with the Tower on the Knight of Pentacles side, the Emperor. Calling the shots, making the choices, making the decisions, taking responsibility. And on the other side with the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, moving forward, taking steps to collaborate and move forward. Wow, so this is really interesting kind of arrangement. So first card, we're coming from this idea, the spark of idea, Page of Cups. And you are feeling pretty positive and abundant, 9 of Cups. The environment, well, it's this idea that you want to call the shots. And as these things come together, something from the past will surface and you will have an opportunity. Now remember, classically the Lover's card was a three cards. So it kind of brought up the idea of a love triangle or perhaps a choice. And remember, the Lovers is different than the Two of Cups in that the Lovers is more about a passion project. It might not be a person, but it could be. But there might be a choice that you need to make. And so the first choice is, all right, this opportunity comes and I want to go for it. I want to take actions. I maybe don't look at all the details. That night energy can be very impetuous. And the advice is pull back a little bit, look for the right situation, move forward. It will produce a change, and then you will have to really make a big picture decision. Emperor energy is like life-changing decisions, right? The other progression for this is that this wonderful lover situation shows up and you're like, oh no, well, I can't do that. I can't do this. That's not possible. This couldn't be happening to me, right? And the Four of Pentacles again says regroup, pull back, set some good boundaries, make sure you're not dealing with angry or aggressive energy. Make sure, but it does indicate King of Wands is someone who makes decisions and calls the shots and goes forward. He says, let's go. Let's do the thing. Let's just not talk about it, right? And then the outcome up here, the potential is that you step into a role where you're healed or you're helping others or you encounter somebody with a feminine energy who's very helpful and shows you the way to move forward. Either way, the outcome is very powerful, very strong energy for the week. So I wish you the best of luck with everything. If you watch this long, please stick around if you'd like. I'm going to include at the end of the video a little video of some baby chicks that we got today. Nothing like the spark of new life to affirm the initiation of a new cycle. So I hope this was useful and helpful, my friends, and I'll see you next week. Bye.